Welcome back, everybody. Day 4 of the Hi-Fi Summit continues with Jason from Kanto Audio. What is going on? What's up?
Oh yeah,
Fan
favorite.
What's up? It's good to see you guys. As for what is going on, I'm in the Kanto sound room. If you can see a little bit of sound dampening, we got a bass trap right here.
Nice.
So yeah, back at the. I mostly work from home, but it's kind of nice to be back here occasionally.
I like it, man.
Yeah.
Nice. We're waiting for people to trickle in here because we just started the stream, and we're streaming to multiple YouTube channels and multiple Facebook channels. So,
Gotcha. Are you streaming to Daily Hi-Fi and Hi-Fi Summit? Its own.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
cool. I think I've been watching it on the Hi-Fi Summit YouTube channel.
Yeah, and so that's why we're trying to bring up all of the messages that come up because they might be coming from different sources. Could be from Facebook, So we try to bring up as many of these as possible here.
Yeah, makes sense.
Boom.
Yeah, some will even say Facebook user, so it's real.
Yeah,
generic.
yeah. They haven't signed in.
Yeah.
Just Facebook user.
Oh, we got Cruising RSX. Cruising RSX. I just want to give you props. I've seen you through it like the whole summit commenting. You are hardcore dedicated. You and Kanga Empire. Who else? Oh man, there's so many people.
Steve is always in here.
Croson's in here.
Yeah.
Lots of folks, man. Yeah, we got.
Jason was super knowledgeable last time. Yeah.
I might be knowledgeable this time too.
Hey,
Might is the key word in that sentence. Just kidding. I keyed.
I feel like my presentation this time is going to be a little bit looser. Last time it was like a legit like seminar like speech. Like I was like, but I think I think I'll be a little bit more chatty
laid back
with you guys and
nice.
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it.
We're gonna have some fun no matter what, Jason. So
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about today?
My wife made me a cocktail, so I'm good. It looks like water, but it's not. I swear.
Oh, really?
You don't even know what I have in here. It's water.
Yeah, you know what I have in here.
That's right. He's got whiskey.
Like I ran a marathon, but
Sure.
I want to talk about speaker stands.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah, Kanto makes speaker stands, and hopefully
He's like, that shit talks over.
That's it, guys. Go to our store, buy
speaker
them.
stands. We got them.
We sell little ones and big ones, and they're awesome.
Hey, check this out, Jason.
What's up?
You see that right there?
Oh, SP26 or 32 up there.
I think this is the taller one.
32.
32.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, he's representing, man. What you don't know is Joe swaps out his props. Depends on what guest is on the seminar.
He busts out the bows when bows come.
He does, dude. Yeah.
That's funny. These are great stands.
Thank you. Yeah, Andrew Robinson uses it for his rears in all his videos, and every single time I watch a video, I just like,
That's mine.
Yeah, for sure.
I see you, speaker stand.
What else is going on here?
See, I would use them in my videos too if you sent me some, but no
there
one
you
sent
go.
me any. Just saying.
The Hi-Fi Summit is just made for us to harass all the companies to tell them to send us
just
a review.
That's
it.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I still want to hear some of them Kanto Tooks, man. Everybody's been bragging about them. I've yet to hear them.
You haven't heard the Tux yet?
No,
okay.
no.
All right.
I can't even pronounce them right. I called them the Tooks.
The Tooks?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
so
like
if you had two of them, would it be the Took?
Have a Took and a Took. A Took, isn't that like another word for a beanie? Like a
that's what we call it up in the north here in Canada.
Yeah, the Took.
So you weren't even like far off. Like I'm giving you props for
all right. I was close. I'm trying to be what is the term?
Diverse?
Yeah, but culturally aware. That's what I'm trying to be.
I feel you.
Culturally relevant. That's what I'm
There
trying
you
to
go.
be.
Show some love to the neighbors up north.
Yeah, man. I got some friends. I got some YouTube friends up in Canada, and I got some subscribers in Canada. Good folks up there.
Yeah, man. Lots of tech companies. A lot of tech, like Dave Lee is up in Canada. And
PSB's up there, I believe.
Yeah.
Lenbrook.
Yeah. A lot of great companies up there.
That's what I like about Jason is last time he's not afraid to mention that other companies actually exist.
Absolutely.
And so I respect that.
That's cool
about you. But
he won't tell you they're better
Kanto right now, right?
Yeah.
We are talking about Kanto, yeah. I'm not going to talk too much about the competitor stuff in my seminar today. But
cool,
yeah.
Man.
So question for you guys, how well do you know Kanto and their products? Just generally.
Quiz?
This is a quiz time for you guys.
To us,
Let's do it.
I don't.
Howard
Again, I
speaker
don't.
YU4, YU6 took.
It's the U4.
Sorry, tuck is the U.
Okay.
It's the U.
See,
See, I
Chana-
didn't even pronounce
Chana
that
just
right.
got an 80.
Yeah.
Keep going, Chana. It'll go down.
That's right. What else?
That's
What
what-
else do we make? What else? Do you guys throw some more.
Kanto.
You
You make
the
speaker stands. I know that.
speaker
I just found
stands.
that out today.
Okay, so
Don't be
where I'm
looking at their
going- where I'm
website,
going
Joe.
with
Come on.
Look at him
Kanto.
cheat, man.
Subwoofer?
He's like seriously going to Google. What the heck?
So yeah, the reason I'm asking you guys is because okay, so I'm representing Kanto Audio, but we have two divisions. We don't just make speakers and speaker accessories. Kanto also makes TV stands. So I'm not sure if like how many people. Oh, buddy, that's heavy. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
I'm not sure how familiar all y'all are, but we make speaker stands. Sorry, we make TV mounts, and that's actually a huge part of our business. And I'm not here to talk about TV mounts. I'm here to talk about speaker stands. But the reason I bring it up is because we specialize in metal products. Like that is for years before we even made audio.
gotcha.
We were doing TV stands. So we kind of feel like we have a little bit of a leg up on some of our competitors because we actually are almost at the core of our business. We are a steel product manufacturer. Almost first and foremost, audio is something that we started developing after, and we're passionate about audio, but a lot of our business comes from TV mounts, steel products.
Okay.
So that passion and that expertise trickles into our audio products, our speaker stands, our floor standing speaker stands, desk mount speaker stands. So we'll talk a little bit about the products later. I'm gonna save those for the end. We'll do like an unbox. We'll like look at the cool features that we have. But the thing that I wanted to kind of talk about first is some theory, because really my job here today is I want to make everyone think about speaker stands as an integral part of the speaker buying or speaker upgrade process. I think a lot of people that you're like thinking about buying speakers and you're really like, I want to spend this much money and I want to get this much speaker. And I think sometimes people kind of forget that speaker stands are, in my opinion, they're an integral part of the process. You kind of have to think about that as well. So I don't know about you guys. Do you guys consider yourself frugal? Any of you guys?
Oh yeah. I'm known for the youth
frugal.
man deal. So I'm always looking for a good deal.
Gotcha.
I'm okay. I don't know about this guy.
Chana, no way.
I
in the
mean,
world.
like
Shauna dropped like
it-
$6,000 on DJ setup last week. Like no big deal.
it all depends, and that I did that in February, but it all depends. I know these guys are always like, man, you spend a lot of money. There's just all this cool musical equipment like I want to get, and
Yeah.
I have this. So we call that. I'm also I'm on a forum for like synthesizers and other recording equipment. It's called Gear Sluts.
Yeah, I've been there before.
You've been there before? Yeah.
Well,
so,
I do desktop. I do like bedroom production, and I used to DJ like weddings and stuff too. So like I'm pretty well versed in that world as well. So yeah, Gear Sluts is a very active, very awesome forum.
No, totally. And like, they always use the phrase GAS, which stands for Gear Acquisition Syndrome. And I definitely got that. Like,
you got
for
lots
sure.
of gas.
I got tons of gas. I have no idea.
You're the gassiest person I've ever met, man.
I'm the gas king,
So yeah, if you whatever the price of your stands are right now, if you made one that was, maybe twice as expensive, but it had like one extra feature, Chana would definitely go for that one.
Yeah.
It'll get on my radar. Like, whoa, what's better?
Yeah.
You guys got this one for $50. What's the $100 level look like?
Always go for the best
money
one.
get you.
Yeah.
Anyways, the reason I bring it up is like I'm a very frugal person, and like sometimes like I want something, like I'll desire a product and I will not get it. I'll end up finding something else that, gets me like 80% there at a cheaper cost. And then I kind of regret it sometimes. I'm like, why didn't I just buy what I wanted? And so we want people, when we buy our speakers, to not experience that. We want people when they buy, when they go from their Logitech speakers up to a Kanto U2, we don't want them to feel like they're underwhelmed in any way. And a big part of making sure customers are really happy with their purchase is making sure that they think about speaker stands as, like I said, an integral part of the process, because, you guys probably know speaker position, placement, all that plays a huge effect on how you perceive a speaker and how it sounds. So, of course, buying speaker stands from Kanto is going to benefit us, but as a whole, the reason why, I'm really passionate, I'm talking about speaker stands, is we just want to make sure that you get a speaker, you're wowed by it, you're floored by it. There's nothing about the buying experience that makes you feel underwhelmed. So hopefully the seminar will kind of, if you're a little bit on the fence about, if speaker stands really make a difference, hopefully this seminar will kind of solidify that speaker stands are pretty important in that purchase, to get that wow effect, to get everything and extract all the performance you can out of your speakers. We're all audio enthusiasts here. We understand why speaker stands exist. But for all the people that are not aware of it, that's, what I'll cover today. So as like my last seminar about powered speakers, there's a lot of stuff I'm going to cover that audio enthusiasts know. But for people who are, just kind of learning, hopefully this will be pretty educational for you. And that's, where Kanto, that's where we play in the market, right? We're not making, $3,000, $5,000, products. We're making speakers that people are just getting into audio. We're making speakers like that. So we're making seminars specifically for those people.
Would you mind if I just, instead of getting your stands, if somebody just bought like 5 or 6 pairs of tucks and just use those and stack them on top of one another?
Yeah, so if you're making a line array of tucks, that the tuck line array can just be your speaker stands. It gets you the same height that you need.
I like it.
So yeah, that's pretty. Wow, holy crap! We have access to literally doing that here at the office, and I've never done that before.
It'd be a good Instagram photo for sure.
That's a new video post.
Yeah, for the gram. All right.
It's just because Jeff says here he put his bookshelves on top of towers.
Yeah, for sure. I haven't even been looking at the chat, man. I'm sorry. I've been looking at the camera and
definitely
talking.
There's a couple comments that come in. Mark asked a question. He said, "How do you keep bigger bookshelf speakers on the small stands? Because I don't see many with a big top plate."
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we'll cover this a little bit later, but all of our speaker stands, we got pretty beefy plates in addition to some plates that are a little bit smaller.
Cool.
So making sure that your speaker stands have the correct size plate is obviously important, and making sure that you get a speaker that actually accommodates your speaker is important too. And it's always weird to me when I see competitors and they literally just have like one option for like a top plate. There's a few companies that do like multiple top plates, but for the most part it's just one size, and it's like, dude, how many speakers come in all shapes and forms? Like, anyways, I'm not going to complain too much about the industry as a whole. I'm going to talk about positive things. I'm going to be positive. That's right. Okay. We're gonna bring it way back and talk about what sound is. Not trying to pad this seminar. But I'm literally gonna talk about what sound is in this next part, so that it really reinforces for people who are like not really sure why they need speaker sounds.
Cool.
It'll reinforce why they actually need it. I'm gonna take it back all the way to the law of conservation of energy. Straight up. I'm going way back there.
Uh-oh.
So get your high school physics on.
Man, that's been a long time ago.
Buckle up.
Buckle up, guys. All right. So I want you, not just you as in
your speakers.
The 3 people here that are listening to me, Chana and Michael.
Chana wasn't paying attention as usual.
I want y'all to see matter in the way that the universe sees it, not humans. And what I mean by that is like, I got a webcam in front of me right now, and like I'm sitting right here. This gap that's between me and the webcam, that's not really a gap. That's filled with air. That's mass. There is mass basically across the whole universe. There's no such thing as like, empty space.
Let's do it, valedictorian.
Yeah, buddy, let's do it. So I'm gonna do something really wild right now. I just flicked the desk. So what did I actually do on a physics level? I added like an impulse of energy into the desk. And what happened? That energy wasn't lost. It was transferred into the desk. So the molecules in the desk, they're receiving energy, and they slightly compress, they retract, they compress, they vibrate. Everything is springy, essentially. Matter is springy. Like if you think about like an atom or a molecule, it's mostly like free space. It's just electrons like just trying to separate themselves. So when you flick a desk, my mechanical energy is being turned to something else. The net energy in the universe remains constant. But remember, like there's no gap in energy or in mass. It's like when I flick that desk, there's no empty space beside the desk. There's air beside that desk. There's molecules. So when you hit that desk, the molecules around the desk, they'll move, they'll vibrate around it as well. Those air molecules, they bump into other air molecules and they travel outward spherically. And the desk has a natural resonance. Like resonance, to make it really easy, it's like springiness. Everything has a certain amount of springiness, how much it's going to move. And it's naturally going to have a little bit of dampening, like it'll stop. If you put some energy into some metal, like if you flick some metal, I'm flicking some metal right now. Can you hear it?
You like flicking things. That's all good.
Love it.
Yeah.
Just walk around, flick somebody's nose. No resonance there. We're good.
Yeah. So if you flick metal, it's gonna resonate. It's gonna move at a different rate than say wood. It's gonna resonate longer. It's less damped. So when something vibrates, it has a rate associated with it. We call that hertz. When you flick something and it vibrates slightly, it moves back and forth a certain amount of times per second. That's hertz. So flick this desk, it moves energy this way, and then it pulls back and moves energy this way, and it's pulling and pushing air molecules back and forth. That is how sound is happening. When you flick something, it is using that energy to just excite the molecules around it, and then it goes outward. And I'm not going to get into how your ear hears it, but your ear hears those vibrations, that energy movement of the springiness and compressing of an object transferring into the air. I'm going to look at the chat now because I'm going to do some demonstrations afterwards. I got a Slinky here.
Hey, Slinky.
Yeah, man. You like Slinkies?
I like Slinkies.
You want to throw some comments up on the screen for me?
Always used to break them though. They'd always bend. And...
Flick anything hard enough, it does hurts.
Oh, such a dad joke. I love it. Yo, have you busted that out anytime else in the whole seminar, or was that the first time you done that?
I think
the first time I did the trombone sound. I did the applause one.
You did trombone sound for me?
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of that's rad, man. I really appreciate it. All right. Okay, let's talk about this Slinky here. Okay, so like everybody knows, like if you're talking about sound, everyone uses the analogy of like ocean waves. Sound is waves. It's vibrating. It's back and forth. I like to use a Slinky. I think it's a much better visual to understand sound. Okay, so we've all talked about what happens with air. You make energy and it vibrates and all that jazz. What happens when that air hits a boundary?
Bounces back.
That's right. So if you make a little impulse, that energy is coming right back. It's hitting this left hand here. I guess you're right.
Yep.
And it's coming right back. That's happening when sound hits a wall. That's the exact same thing that's happening in your room, in your house, wherever you are all the time. Things are being reflected. So in your home, you probably have some drywall. That is very reflective. It's absorbing, a little bit, a tiny bit, but it's reflecting most of that sound back. And that's a problem. And the problem is, well, if you have an incoming wave and it hits another reflective wave, they interfere with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw away the slinky for this. I'm gonna pull up a really dry, boring YouTube video for a second, and I think it like describes this reflection and this what happens in your room pretty well. I'm gonna see if I can do a. I'm gonna see if I can share my screen.
Yeah,
here.
bring it up.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, I'm gonna share our screen. We're gonna see the behind the scenes here.
All right.
All right. Can you guys see my screen? Or can you see the YouTube video?
Yep.
You're good.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. So we're seeing a wave being created. And we're going to see what happens when this wave hits a boundary.
Does the opposite.
Just goes right back, man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's cool about this video is it shows what happens when two waves interact with each other.
Oh,
so
nice.
Watch this. Yes.
I'm going to guess we're going to get a peek.
You're going to see what happens here. This is some real
Let's
exciting
see if we
stuff.
get a peek.
Whoa!
Told you. Oh, a peek and a
Oh.
valley.
Okay, they go back and forth. Smash. Mm.
I think they might show what happens when you do opposite waves too. Yeah,
Two
let's check this
opposites.
one out.
Oh yeah.
How are they going to do
I hope this is I hope this is entertaining you guys.
Yeah, so it's like
Check
on the
this out.
opposite side of it.
What? Look at that. That was so cool.
Okay, so check what happens right
in the middle.
here.
Boom.
Boom.
Bang.
Flattens out. You get no sound.
Cancel.
It's like a
That's right.
bass note that's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Check it out.
No.
All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.
That's cool. I like it.
I love that.
I
Very
love that
visual.
video. It's
Yeah,
so
I'm a
that's
visual
cool.
person, man. I'm a visual
Yeah.
person. I can
So-
understand that.
Yeah, so really, like, that what you just saw, that is happening with sound waves in your room. There's certain places in your room where sound are interfering with each other constructively, and you're getting a peak.
Mhm.
And there's places where it's destructively interfering, and you get a canceled out wave. So you pretty much have this happening in your room all the time. And the real kicker, the thing that's really horrible about this situation is that it doesn't happen on the whole volume of your audio. It happens at certain frequencies.
Right.
So as Michael was just saying, you could be sitting on your couch and hearing like a 50 hertz tone, and it could be like really overwhelmingly loud. And then like 80 hertz is super, super quiet, because those waves are interacting in your room constructively and destructively. And you cannot escape the fact that your room plays such a
Yeah.
crazy significant role on how your speakers sound. Like, you can have ruler flat speakers, you can have like the most monitor of the monitors, and you will still have messed up areas in your house where things just are super loud and things are super quiet, and it's not the volume overall, it's like individual different frequencies. And I think this kind of also plays a role in some reviews. You can't trust reviews a lot too. I mean, you can. I'm not.
We're out
gonna
of a
say
job,
that.
guys.
I'm sorry, guys, but I mean, like, you know, Joe tested Tuck and he raved about the bass, and then other reviewers tried Tuck and says it's thin through the bass. Like, how does
They're
that
wrong.
Mm.
They're
happen?
wrong.
They're wrong.
We
It's
already
crazy,
know
like-
this.
They're totally wrong.
Yeah, so it's like your speakers are playing tons of different frequencies, and those waves are interacting all the time, and it gets super complicated and complex with certain hotspots in your house where there's dips or there's peaks. You know, you could have some really good vocal presence near your sofa, and then, you know, by the fish tank, you know, kicks sound really thin, and then it sounds kind of harsh when you're using your Bowflex. Like, yeah, you just cannot escape your room and how it affects sound. And you can like test this really easily. If you guys just like, if you like throw a 1 kilohertz signal on your speakers, and you just move your ears back and forth like this, like you'll hear that 1 kilohertz tone like getting louder and quieter. Like no matter how good your room is, you'll hear it. So that is the reason that I described sound and what it is and what happens and stuff like that, because you're always going to have areas in your house that are problematic. Your job when you buy new speakers is to find a position for those speakers where you're sitting, it's not as detrimental to sound quality. You owe it to yourself, if you buy some new speakers, to move your speakers around your home to find an area that where you're sitting is the least problematic. You're always going to have some issues, but you want to find those spaces. And I guarantee it, your bookshelf speakers on top of your cabinet, those aren't the right place for your speakers. Like, it's going to be a 1 in a million chance that, you know, you throw your speakers on top of a piece of furniture and that's where your speakers need to be. So that's why you need speaker stands. It's not just for aligning the tweeter with your ear. It's not just for making a perfect triangle. It's not just for that. It's literally about having a piece of dedicated furniture that you can move around your house so that you can find the place where your speakers sound the best and you have the least messed up frequency response where you're sitting. You can buy high-end equipment and DSP the crap out of your speakers, whatever. If you don't have that though, like you really need to find where your speakers sound good in your house. And speaker stands are the perfect thing. They're literally, that's what they're designed for. They are designed to find the perfect spot in your home. So just that, hopefully, if you kind of never really thought that deep into why you need it, hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. I hope that presentation wasn't super dry or boring. I hope it was entertaining enough to people. Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
Love the visuals.
Don has a question here. He says, how do you determine to use absorption or diffusers? Oops.
That's so out of my scope. I'm sorry.
Me too.
I can't answer you about that. Honestly, like you know, the worst room is like a square room because you have like, you know, standing waves in, you know, like, you know, you have standing waves everywhere. Like waves are interfering and bouncing with each other. So I mean, like the more diffusion you have in your room, it's better up into a point where your room sounds completely dead. So like I was listening to the OSD presentation and he mentioned a statistic like 84% of the sound you hear is reflected sound. Like 16% of what you hear is coming directly from your speakers. The rest is your room. And that's just wild to think about, that like your room affects your listening experience so much. Okay, so I also mentioned like lining up your tweeter height. Another thing that I think the OSD presentation was mentioning was if you have a really good off-axis frequency response, you don't need to line things up like really, really well. But sadly, we make a product that has an AMT tweeter, and the vertical dispersion on an AMT tweeter is just not that good. Like it's unfortunately, you got really good width dispersion like horizontally, but vertically you don't. So again, speaker stands will get the tweeters lined up with your ear. They'll get it so that everything sounds on axis and properly. And even if your speakers do measure really good off axis, like, you know, you want to try to be on axis because it's going to sound the best. And then of course, speaker stands improve stereo image. You know, if you got a small desk that you're working at and you put a speaker, you know, here and here, and it's, you know, just they're like barely separated from your ears, you know, you're not going to get a really big sound stage. You're not going to get that 3D sound that 2-channel systems can give you.
All right. It's kind of interesting. It says, why do most metal stands, why don't they have any absorption like built into them, I guess? If they resonate,
they should. Yeah, they should. I mean, I think a lot of manufacturers of speaker stands like leave it to the customer to figure things out. To make sure things.
I think a lot of like your average consumer, I don't know if they even know to fill them with sand or some dampening material. just the regular average consumer that just says, okay, I need speaker stand because I don't want to put these on the floor, and my TV's as wide as my cabinet, so I got to put them on something. So then they buy them, and they don't know to even do that.
No. And let's talk about resonance and damping for a sec, because I was thinking as I was writing the seminar, I had like a thought experiment of like what is the best speaker stand, and like I concluded that it was like cinder blocks super glued to your speakers floating in space. Like that's
pretty dope.
That's literally like that's where it's at, right? Like, okay, so we were like just talking a little bit about like when I was talking about audio theory, we were talking about like natural resonance. Like this Slinky, this has natural resonance. No matter how much amplitude I put into this thing, it's still going to go up and down and like travel that many hertz, that many times per second. Everything has a natural resonance. So the reason Michael is saying to add sand to your speaker stands because you'll be able to reduce your natural frequency, your natural resonance of your system by adding mass. Natural resonance is literally a mathematical function. It's like stiffness versus mass. Those are the two values in that calculation. So if you can add mass to your system, you will reduce the natural resonance. You can reduce it to a point in which it's not audible, or it's not locatable. We all talk about 80 hertz as this, this point in which you can't really hear it. If you have, if your speakers are like resonating and your stand's resonating at, 150 hertz, like you can locate that and you can hear it. But if you add a bunch of mass, it'll lower your natural resonance, and you'll get it maybe down to like 40 hertz. And at that point, you can't really locate where it's coming from, or it's below any frequency that your audio system can even make. If you just got a pair of bookshelf speakers, not a ton can go down to 40 hertz. So yeah, that's why it's important to have mass. Like, it's not just about like being sturdy or something. It's literally physically doing something to the audio. So that's resonance. And
or
then
the tiger says speakers hanging from the ceiling by cords or ropes like a plant.
Yeah, straight up. If you want to macrame your speakers, like that'll give you a legit decent experience, which is really funny to think about. But yeah, you want to increase mass to reduce that resonance. But what you don't want is you don't want to transfer any energy into the ground. So speaker stands have this like weird duality where it's like they're sitting on the ground, but you don't want them to transfer any energy into the ground. So you want them to be coupled. You want the speaker stand to be coupled with the speaker, and you want the speaker stand to be decoupled with the floor. You can't really have that just because you do need to physically put the speaker stand on your floor. But there are ways to decouple. There's ways to decouple through the use of, instead of having the whole base on your floor, you have little points, like, you got little carpet spikes with a little disc that, will only transfer energy in 4 little points rather than the whole platform. You also have the ability to, you can add, foam or like rubber to absorb. So yeah, ideal speaker stand, perfectly coupled to the speaker, but perfectly uncoupled with the floor, and really heavy to reduce resonance. So if you can hit all those notes, if you can have speaker stands that can do all that, they're heavy, they're really attached well to the speaker, and they'll decouple it from the floor, and they're in the right spot. Boom! You've avoided that situation where you buy new speakers and you're not impressed with them. That's all I'm trying to get at here. Really, it's just, speaker stands are just so important.
Now, does that, like, you put it on the speaker stand to couple it with the speaker and decouple it from the floor? Does that also work for lava lamps?
So lava lamp theory is a little bit different in that if you couple it with the floor, it's not at the proper eye level to enjoy it. So that's why mine is on a speaker stand right now. because it brings it to the point in which your natural human enjoyment increases.
And we can see it for the video.
Yeah, I wish I
Optimal
got here
enjoyment,
earlier.
huh?
Yeah, I wish that I came here earlier to turn it on so that it would be, chooch in full fledged.
Lava-ing.
It's still just kind of like weird.
It's like a solid mass.
Yeah. Yo, Swagger says that lava lamp is either super big or the speakers are super small.
It's a huge ass lava lamp. It's literally like, here's my hand. I'm touching it right now.
It's funny.
Derek says, what if your ground is cement? Because you're talking about
so if your ground is cement, you are in a very good position because your floor is not gonna vibrate. Like concrete is not gonna vibrate. It has so much mass. The natural resonance of that is so low. It's like whale call. Like, it's like it's just that's why carpet spikes are included with speaker stands. It's not for. It's really weird to think about this, but it's not for subfloors that are made out of wood, because your wood is literally going to vibrate. If you put your carpet spikes down through your carpet into wood, your wood's still going to kind of vibrate. It's not the greatest situation. Where carpet spikes really shine is carpet on top of concrete floor, because then you will get your speaker stand solidly sitting on something so they don't move around, but it's not going to vibrate, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, cement, literally it's the best situation for decoupling. Is you could literally have the speaker stand on it and you won't have any weird resonance or issues.
It's kind of an interesting concept. True Voice of Reason says putting Dynamat, between the speaker stand and the floor.
Yeah.
So we used to use that in the car audio days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I haven't heard the word Dynamat.
Swagger actually uses cinder blocks. 70 pounds each for his rear speakers.
That's right. Do you put the cinder block on top, or you like squish them? You put it on top to couple them, using gravity to couple them, or I'm not sure. Let's talk about our speaker stands. I've been playing with slinkies and
lava lamps.
What is this? The 70s?
You're not making any money talking about slinkies now. Come on. We want to let people know how awesome your speaker stands are.
Yeah, let's talk about our speaker stands.
Let's do it, man.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna do one of the old reveals here. Oh, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this here just shook the whole desk.
That thing is heavy.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It's hella heavy. Okay, so this is the floor standing speaker stand. This is right here the SP26. We have an SP32, 26 and 32 inches respectively. Very very good naming conventions we've used. Okay, so this guy here is, let's talk about some of the features that make this stand really rad. So this base is heavy. This is like a cover for the base, but the actual base itself,
big steel plate.
Yeah, this is a thick boy. This is a really big, heavy steel plate. So we talked about fill. We don't even mention fill actually with our speaker sounds, because we, in my opinion, have some of the heaviest bases like in the industry. This thing is heavy as heck. So yes, go ahead, fill them with sand if you want, but if you don't, you're still gonna add a ton of mass to your speaker. We have at the very top here, you can see, hopefully, we got a really large cutout here.
The cables
for cable management. We make powered speakers, so we got to make this cable management big enough to put a power cable through. So super easy to set up. Like it's that opening is way bigger than a lot of the competition out there as well.
So speaking of that, though, it would probably be difficult to fill your stands with sand or lead shot because of that.
It's not too difficult. If you look on the bottom here, so we have this hole that the speaker cables can come through. So it's not sealed, but you can use the speaker. We ship all of our speaker stands with like the poles. They come with plastic bags. If you want, you can use that plastic bag. It's pretty sturdy, so you can drop that inside of the base, and you can do that as well. So it doesn't have like a separate compartment for cable management, but if you want to fill it, you can definitely do it with that bag.
Okay. And it's already pre-assembled, it looks like there's no assembly.
So there's two
for the most part
components that you need to assemble. So the base The base has two
Screws.
Allen keys, or Allen screws.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll connect the column to the base.
Cool.
And then up top, this is a trick. This is really cool. So if you have the speaker stands, if you know about them, you'll know we actually have a really unique system of mounting. So it's actually, that top plate is not measured, or sorry, it's not latched down from the top. It's from the side of the column essentially. So this slides out. It's on kind of like it's on a carriage. And the reason we do that is because if you just put a bolt through the top, then that wouldn't give you the cool ability to have this hole in the middle, which you use to mount Kanto speakers to.
Nice. Super
That's
cool.
a trick. That is a trick feature that's super underrated. When we talk about coupling, we're literally coupling our speakers to our speaker stands. So that mass of your speaker stand is now part of your speaker. So you're not just having a speaker that's sitting on top of speaker stand. That whole speaker stand and that speaker is together as one. It's coupled, and that mass is now all together as one unit, and it lowers that resonant frequency to the point where you pretty much don't have any sort of issues with vibration or anything like that. That is a huge thing that people, I think, overlook, is like the coupling of the speaker to the speaker stand. You can put a bunch of weight on top of it to press it together, or you can do what we've done, and we've just made all of our speakers have little holes at the bottom, and it'll attach to this. We're going to do this live. We're going to do a live
live unboxing.
Here. We're going to do a live speaker attachment here.
And I like how you already have some kind of pad in between there already, right?
Oh yeah, let's start. Sorry.
Yeah.
All of our speaker stands, they have closed cell foam at the top. Nice. To just make sure that you're not going to have any sort of weird vibration or resonance. So we already have that up top there. So yeah, I mean, I guess I take it for granted, but yeah, other speaker manufacturers, they don't include any sort of foam. But we got some nice foam. It's got a Kanto embossed logo, so we have a logo that's like, it's really like sly. It's like we don't want to like, slap the Kanto brand on everything and make it, it's nice and subtle. So I'm just gonna take this here. All right, so that is attached.
Cool.
That's attached right there. That's really
That's
dope.
it.
And I don't know if you saw, but there is another cool feature of these speaker stands. They actually have the ability to tow in and tow out. So we have
nice.
This is hard to see on camera here, but
we can see
this little carriage here, it's adjustable. So I'm going to pop it all the way into its most angled direction. So we got a little bit of swivel going on our speaker stand. You can just lock it down. And now when I put this on the speaker stand, and you won't see this, it's kind of going to be off camera a little bit here. I apologize. So I'm going to screw the front of it here. So right now, if you can't see me, I'm literally just attaching the top plates to the column. So here we are.
Boom. Do that with your speaker stands at home, guys.
Yeah. And then
maybe not.
I have you can see probably the base is facing straight, but if I drop it down a little bit, the speaker is actually facing that way. So we have a little bit of angle, a little bit of tone included in our speaker stand.
Cool.
You know what's cool about that is if you're one of those people who needs it perfect, if you ever had it like you have it perfect and then you have to move it for whatever reason, how hard is it to get back into that exact position? Whereas with these, like, you can always have the stands facing forward, right? So as long as they're facing forward and you have that toe in set, you're good.
It's all good. Here's something that comes from our TV mount world. So all of our TV mounts come with a really nice bolt box. Let me show you this bolt box.
Dang, look at that.
So this bolt box has all your hardware, and it's just like labeled really nicely, A, B, C, D. That also is not going anywhere.
Wow.
Everything is like nicely attached. So it's really organized. It's really high end, really well thought out. And this is the stuff from the black. This is the stuff from the black speaker stands. You can see the spike here is black. If you get the white speaker stand, comes with silver hardware. So we color match our hardware too. Just another little small thing that we do. That's pretty cool.
Nice little detail there.
Nice little attention to detail that we have there. All right, so that was the floor standing speaker stand. Let's talk about the desktop speaker stands because we make really dope speaker stands for desktop as well. So I got over here, we have the SP9. So literally the exact same tube and extrusion, same sort of carriage, sliding style base at the top. So just unscrew this guy and I'll show you what that looks like again.
That actually puts it almost ear level. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so this guy here, the SP9, comes with 2 top plates. So it comes with this little guy, which is for, the U2, like our smallest speaker. And then you also get this size with it as well. So you get 2 different sizes of top plate with the SP9, with the SP26 32PL. All of our standing riser style speaker stands come with 2 top plates, so that you can make them work with for SP9 your smaller medium sized speakers, and for the SP6 you can see the height difference between there. SP6 comes with a really big fat plate and the medium sized plate, so that's for your medium to large size speakers. So a little bit counterintuitive. Larger speakers, they don't need as much height to get your tweeter at ear level, so it's a little bit shorter. Nice. And of course, the bases are closed cell foam on these as well. So closed cell foam on the top and the bottom, which is a really nice feature. And same thing, it's got the same toe-in capabilities as the full-size speaker stands, the floor standing speaker stands. I think that probably covers it for these guys. They're so similar to the other ones. They got that really big, beefy cable management that I was talking about that can fit a power cable just like the full size, the full standing speaker or the floor standing speaker stands. And then we'll talk about the angled speaker stand. So this is the SP stuff. We're going to talk about the S stuff.
So Jason, S2. Are you going to get to the pricing a little bit later, or would now segue a good time? Or
I mean,
you tell me.
If we want to talk about pricing, we can.
Even just roughly.
They're asking about it, so
yeah. So
they're ready to buy, man. Come on. They got their credit cards ready.
Yeah. So SP32, the largest of the floor standing speaker stands, I believe is $140 MAP everyday price.
You want to pull those up, Chana?
Yeah, I'll pull them up.
Just on your website.
Yeah, just pull up.
Another thing that I don't know if you mentioned this. I was kind of over here managing the chat, trying to bring everything up. But when you bolt on that stand, the speaker to the stand, it acts as one unit, right? So when you go to move thing, it feels like one just solid unit.
Cohesive,
Yeah,
almost like you're moving a tower, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you have kids, you're not worried about them knocking over the speaker because it's bolted on. They're gonna have to knock over that entire thing, which is pretty hard considering how heavy it is.
A lot harder, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like just one. It's nicely balanced, basically.
And that's something that like not many manufacturers can tout about, safety of their speaker stands. In fact, most speaker stands I think are a liability. You have your center of gravity of your system a lot higher up on a speaker stand. But yeah, when you can just cinch them together and make one cohesive unit, man, it's like really confidence inspiring. So
I like the white ones. Those look cool.
Yeah, these prices are for pair, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, 140 for SP32, 130 for SP26. So those are the floor standing speaker stands.
What is that?
And then we're looking at the.
You sit on that as a chair or what?
No, it's for your headphones, Mike.
Yeah. I'm just looking at it going, okay, yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. So we're not talking about our headphone stands, but I mean, like I said, we make all sorts of metal products. As a TV mount company, we got all of our accessories on lock. We do really cool metal products. So yes, we have headphone stands, but you're looking right now at the SP series, SP26, SP32, 130, 140, and they come in white or black. So you can kind of match your system. They got carpet spikes and they got rubber feet, so it'll, obviously for whatever flooring you got, it'll work for it.
There's a cool little shot right there showing the power, cable management underneath.
Nice cutout on the bottom of the base to run the cable management through.
Nice.
So you're looking for a youth man deal here.
What's that? Any hi-fi?
Don's looking for a youth man deal. He's like, any hi-fi summit deal? And maybe if you're in the VIP chat, you can ask him there.
There you go.
Yeah. And then the SP desktop speaker stands, you're looking at for the 9-inch version, you're looking for the SP9, you're looking at $70, and then we're I think it's $89.99 for the SP6 HD. So $90 and $9 and $70 for SP6 HD and SP9, which are these guys here. And I'll just throw the plates on them, just for the camera, so you can kind of see how they look there.
Jason, one of the comments popping up is like, how I guess what's the diameter roughly on the tube? We're talking like 3 inches, maybe 2.5?
Yeah. So it's about 3 inches by about 1.5 inches for the tube. So you can see the cross section of the tube.
Let's make you bigger here. Hang on a second.
Sure.
There you go.
Hi-Fi Haven says he's gonna pick up a pair of the 26s.
I'm still thinking about that saddle. Oh, I didn't know what it was.
I have some pictures.
I don't have fancy
all the top plates for the desktop stands work with the they're all interchangeable. They are essentially the same product. Cool. It's just one tube is shorter than the other one. This is the only unique part. This is the super small little guy that goes on the SP9. You can't get that on the SP26 or the SP32. That's for very small little dainty speakers. And a little cool feature about that too is if you have the ability to secure your speaker onto your speaker stand, the size of the plate doesn't matter as much. So you could even throw a big speaker on this, or tuck on this as well. Mm-hmm. We don't really recommend it, but if you want a super clean look where you literally cannot see what it's sitting on,
it's floating.
Yeah. This looks dope on it too.
I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
And you see the screen, Jason?
I can see the screen right now.
You can see all of us here?
Uh-huh.
Like when we post. Let's see. I think I have some photos from when I had these. I had to take photos because this thing was so cool. The box, like you were showing.
Yeah.
And yeah. There it is. Whoa, what's this? Oh yeah. It comes with both of those. And there's the bottom of the U6, I believe. And then this is how it swivels. A little swivel action.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Word up. So yeah, I mean, super well thought out, really good prices. I love them. They're really great. I'm proud of a lot of the things that we make at Kanto, but the speaker stands I think are such a standout for me just because of the integration too with our products. There's not that many manufacturers that are putting the time and effort into making sure their products are that cohesive together.
Mm. Did you just say that they were a standout? One of the questions from Don was, how can you mount speakers that are not Kanto?
You got to make a hole. Huh?
Unfortunately, you just got to throw the speakers on top
and hope they stay there.
Hope that your kids don't push them over.
Tack.
They'll you can Velcro them if you want to do that. You can put a
super glue works. I hear.
Yeah.
Do you guys make custom top plates? Is what Mark is asking.
We don't make custom top plates. We make the 2 sizes that come with the. I think the sizes I believe are for this guy here. It's I think 4.3 by 7.1 inches, and the larger top plate is 7 by 7. It's a square. So those are the 2 that come with all the SP2632.
See, everybody knows blue tack.
Blue tack is the stuff, dude.
Look at that. Hi-Fi Haven's already ready to buy.
Yep.
A pair of each model.
All right, so we're not done quite yet.
All right.
We got the S2. So
I
this
was wondering, should I put it up on the website?
Yeah, go for it.
I was looking at these.
I don't even know the prices of the
$44.99.
I think these guys are 25.
Oh, which one is that? The 2?
The S2. The S2. This is the smallest one.
S2, 25 bucks.
This is for the
Let me get you up there, Chana. There you go.
There you go. And then we have the S4, which is a little bit larger. It's for the U4. This one here is the
colors
color. Yeah. So unfortunately, I believe that we're going just black and white. So I think this is a legacy SKU. If these colors are still in the market, if these metal colors are still in the market, if you can find them and you want them, pick them up now.
Yeah.
We're just going to black and white for all of our speaker sounds. So this is kind of legacy, but same hole that you're seeing.
That's cool.
Yeah, this works with the U4 speaker. It's got that beveled hole down there at the bottom, so you can throw our speakers on there and it becomes a nice cohesive unit. Closed cell foam on the top and the bottom. And I really like just the cantilever design of these things because they actually do have a little bit of, they will absorb a little bit of vibration just due to their inherent design. Yeah, really clean design as well. The industrial designer who made these, shout out Stu, just gorgeous, really beautiful. I love these guys. And then the biggest guy, the S6, live on box for this one.
Let me just show this one real quick. This was my wife's desk setup. Let's see, can you see that one?
Mm-hmm. There you go. Look how
sexy
that is, dude.
Is that copper with blue?
Yeah, it's like that greenish teal looking with
that's the teal. That's the gloss teal.
I didn't know you were on Kanto's website as well, Joe.
I know, right?
It looks like an ad.
I know.
My favorite part of this Hi-Fi Summit is the fact that you guys already know about these things and you can sell it like even better than me sometimes. So if I forget something, you guys are like, "Don't forget it has this, Jason." I'm like,
by the way,
that's
Jason,
right. That's
don't
right.
forget.
It does have that. All right. All right. So this is the S6. This is the biggest angled speaker sound we make. So we got S2, S4 for the U2 and U4 speaker. Also U and U4 are like the exact same size. They're pretty much the same speaker. And then this guy here, the S6 is for the U6 and tuck. So very large. So you just get a little baggie. Just comes with the 2 screws and the Allen key needed to secure the speakers to these stands. And then let's check these guys out here. These ones are big boys. They have a little embossed Kanto logo. I don't know if you can see it, but very subtle branding again. Super thick steel for like a little desktop. Little. It's pretty big.
Yeah, that's a big desktop.
It's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy. So let's throw tuck on this guy as well, so that you can see what it's like. And you can see it has a little slot instead of just a hole. It's because the mounting location, the hole on tuck and U6 is a little bit different, and it'll fit both. So we have a little slot there. All right, so let's get tuck on there.
I can see Jason. He's about to start his own YouTube channel. He's going to do some unboxings and some trainings.
No doubt.
He's going to have a channel that's going to be nothing but attaching speakers to stands.
That's right, man.
I'll have a maximum. I'll get like 4 videos, and then people will just be like, "Why did I even subscribe?"
It's gonna be called the lava experiment.
Or people will love it if you just don't even or you talk real smooth, and then it's just like the sounds of the
ASMR.
Oh, dude, ASMR, like just right there when you're taking the Allen key out of the bag there.
Just get some of those. There you go. No, we need some of those Sonic Presence mics.
There you go. Right. And, oh my gosh.
All right, so we got tuck attached. Simple as that. Super easy.
Attached.
So we got that.
If you act now only.
So yeah, there you go. That's on there. That is sturdy. It is it's just one nice cohesive unit, and man, it looks great together. It performs really well.
These are
I can't say
$60, right? That's it.
I believe so. Yeah.
You know what underrated benefit of that is that you can actually put like a few things under there. If you have like little remotes for stuff.
Put your phone in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
here I'll put some speaker feet in there.
Yeah, if you have limited desk space, like every amount of.
Well, yeah, I mean,
hashtag put your junk.
This I got
phone in here,
junk,
drives, speakers, headphones,
water bottle.
I'm here for your entertainment.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean that kind of covers it. That's the whole lineup. Like riser speaker stands, riser desktop, angle desktop, and then floor standing speaker stands. Yeah, hopefully you guys kind of get a good feature overview and understand the importance of speaker stands. You know, I'm passionate about them because they're just such cool products. They work so well with Kanto speakers.
I like it.
You can put your weed in there.
Oh wow,
that's what Mark said.
We'll put a little panel on the next speaker that we make. It's just like a little hidden. You can just take it out and you can put anything you want in there.
Hey, if you put it in the porthole, it'll just start blowing stuff everywhere.
Mike,
put your junk.
Show your junk under your tuck. That's the new slogan.
Oh god, put your junk under your tuck.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, hang out for a bit. I'm gonna give you a link in the private chat here.
Sure.
So, if you wouldn't mind, pop into the VIP area and just hang out with us.
Yeah, no worries. I got the private chat slot open on my
Oh, you got here. You already have it?
I have no, it's blank. It's blank for me on my side, so
I'm gonna send it here.
Okay.
What time are we starting tomorrow, Joe? Do you know?
I think we have it set for 10.
Tomorrow is 10 a.m. No, I'm sorry. That is, here we go. Yeah, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard. So we'll do, that's the attendee system tours. So is that just the...
That's just in the VIP?
Yes, that's the VIP. So basically we don't have anything until 4 p.m. That's the recap.
Very good. Very good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Day 4, almost in the books. Q4 2020, the Hi-Fi Summit. We have the after party coming up at 6 p.m. I will be playing my favorite house music. So I'll be playing for a couple of hours this time because I got a whole lot of it, a whole lot of new stuff, a lot of cool stuff. And I'm going to mix it up, add my drum machine in there, get kind of crazy with it because...
Dang.
And you got some of your music you're going to play too, right?
Yes, that's right. I bounced out my track. Yes, my new song. I will be playing that.
Nice.
I don't know when, but I'll play it in there. And hopefully let's knock on wood. So make sure, hopefully, YouTube doesn't shut down the stream.
Oh, it probably will.
But anyway, thank you so much, Jason, and of course the good folks at Kanto Audio for coming out again to the Hi-Fi Summit. As I said, we're doing an all VIP only tomorrow starting at 10 p.m. and we've got the wrap up at 10 a.m. and we got the wrap up at 4 p.m. on the main site. So VIPs, we'll see you in a minute, and everybody else will see you in an hour. All right. Bye.